Now, I know I ain't the only one who saw this trailer and thought, come on, man, that's just a modern day remake of Carrie. And after watching it, is it Carrie? So Firestarter is the latest horror sci-fi movie that just dropped in theaters this past weekend, and if you haven't seen the trailer, it's basically about a girl who can create fire with her brain or with her hands or with her body. I'm not sure if it's one of those or all of those, but she can create fire out of nothing. Kind of like a firebender from Avatar. So the cast in this movie isn't really that important because there isn't a very deep cast. It's a very small circle that they center around because it's more about the story, it's more about the power and the things surrounding it. So we have Zac Efron, who plays the father of the girl who can create the fire, and we have Sydney Lemon, who plays the mother. And the main character, who is the Firestarter herself, is played by Ryan Kiera Armstrong. Now, I have to say the acting in this movie was just fine. I mean, you really felt the family dynamic between Zac and Sydney's character, like they were parents who were dealing with this abnormal child who had this incredible power, and they were trying to live off grid, you know, kind of keep secret, because of course anytime there's a movie like this, there's a sinister government agency who's trying to track them down. So just off the dynamic of stress and worry and trying to maintain a normal life for this little girl, because they're keeping a lot of secrets from them, I have to say that the acting in here was just fine. Now, Ryan's character was also very enjoyable. As a kid, you could tell that she was trying her best to like live the life that her parents were trying to give her, but at the same time, she was missing a whole bunch of those child aspects. Like, they didn't even have Wi-Fi or cell phones or anything like that, and she also always had to deal with getting picked on. So I really enjoyed seeing her character go through her complex emotions, even though she was at such a young age. So like I just said, without going too far into spoiler territory, there is a government agency trying to hunt these people down because they want the girl, rightfully so, and for what other reason other than test her and try to understand her power, and I'm sure to replicate it. Now, I'm pretty sure we've all seen a movie that has a similar dynamic, a similar plot line to that, and I have to say that this one, in my opinion, didn't execute it so well. Now, I say that because of this. This movie is a one-for, meaning that I don't think they're going to make a sequel to it. They didn't set it up to make a sequel, and you got the feel from jump that it was just going to be a one-and-done type movie. So with those type of movies, I like to see a lot more action, a lot more high pace, a lot more detail, because we're only going to get to see one movie, so you got to tell me a whole lot in a little bit of time, and this movie isn't an extremely long movie, and I think they do a poor job on both fronts. We don't get a whole bunch of action, and it's about a girl with superpowers, and we also don't get a lot of backstory. You walk out of this movie with a lot of questions and a lot of stuff that just they just threw it at you and was like, here, take it for whatever it is. I don't care if you get it or not. Now, visually, I enjoyed the movie because seeing the girl actually create her fire powers, it was very, I guess you could say, X-Men-ish or Avatar-ish, the cartoon, not the movie, where she just, you know, could just out of nowhere just make fire. And there are a couple other people in this movie who have powers too, and I don't want to spoil that, and I enjoyed just seeing them use their stuff. So visually, the movie was okay. It didn't look cheap, it didn't look too CGI. It was nice visually. And I already spoke on the pace, like I said, for it to be just one movie, and I think it was like an hour and 50 minutes. You don't get a lot of backstory, you don't get a lot of action, and it's a lot of downtime where they're just on the run, or they're just out at home, or just it's just a very slow movie for what the genre says, horror sci-fi. But honestly, there's not much more I can say about this movie. Just to summarize, the acting was fine. The visuals were good. I enjoyed the powers for what they were. The pacing was not there. It was probably the worst thing in the movie, and there were a lot of plot holes. So with all that being said, I really can't rate this movie no higher than a rainy day rental. Alright, so that's it for this one, folks. So for the comment combo today, I want you to let me know, are you going to see Firestarter? If you have already, what did you think? If not, why not? Whatever you think, comment below and let me know. Now, as always, if you liked this video and you thought it rocked, like, comment, subscribe to see more from me, Mike Proc. Later.